Dark shadows lengthen across the floorboards of our secluded retreat. We have found a collection of dusty grimoires and ancient scrolls that promise unimaginable power, but they come with a heavy price. In this game, we are forging forbidden bargains with spirits and demons. We must build our deck and satisfy the conditions of our dark patrons before our rival outpaces us or the secrets of the deck are exhausted forever. Today, we're playing Dark Pact. This is a teaching playthrough, so by the time we finish, you will know everything you need to know to start playing. Welcome to the board game cabin. My name's Eric. For our solo game here, we've already laid out the basics. We have our initial deck here of 10 starting cards. And our arch nemesis Greg has his special starting deck of 8 cards here. And 1 Dark Pact already in his discard pile. Even if I am playing the solo mode today, the rules are practically the same playing with other people. You just add a few extra cards. We both have our Grimoire tiles with 3 special starting cards in the Grimoire. And we can buy these later in the game. The Grimoire acts as our personal little shop. In the center here we have the supply, 10 face-up cards flipped from this main deck here. We also have the Exile area for cards you want to remove from the game. And the graveyard area here for cards that we destroy. Our goal is simple. Be the first to satisfy the winning condition of 1 of the 13 Dark Pacts. I will explain each Dark Pact as they show up in the supply, but our nemesis Greg starts with 1 here in its discard, and it's called Fourfold Path. When played, this will stay in play. If Greg at any time has 4 different green insight cards in play, Greg wins. Insight cards look like this, and they have insight points in the top there. So we really want to keep Greg from getting these green cards into his deck. If the supply deck runs out, before me or Greg can satisfy one of these Dark Pacts, and we can't replenish the supply, the game ends immediately. Then we just compare these insight points minus curse points that looks like this, red. And whoever has the greatest number wins, which is usually Greg. So we have to try to find a Dark Pact and satisfy it. Okay, we start by drawing 5 cards from our deck. And I will have my hand down here so you can easily follow along with what I'm doing. Try to order them with the multipliers and coins to the left here. A turn in Dark Pact follows an easy ABC flow, action, buy, and cleanup. And I will display up here for the first few turns the turn order so you can understand what happens where. First, the action phase. We can play 1 action card from our hand, meaning that we have 1 starting action. I will play this a little learning card. And resolve the text from top to bottom, starting with getting 1 gold here that we can use later in the buy phase. It gives us 1 action, so we can play another card. And it also gives us 1 draw, meaning we can draw 1 card from the deck, which we do immediately. Another treasure. Now we have 1 more action, so I will play this personal laboratory, giving me 2 more actions. The cards are also marked in the top here, telling you how many actions they give, and also how much gold they will give you later in the buy phase. And I like to play in a pyramid to keep count on how many actions I have left. So now when this one has 2 actions, I will use 2 slots underneath it to symbolize its actions. I will then play this personal library card, and it will draw me 2 cards. So draw 2 more. We still have one action here. So we can either play self-sacrifice or wisdom. I will play this self-sacrifice card. It will give me 1 gold, and it also says destroy a card from your hand. So I think I will actually destroy this wisdom card. I'm not, because Greg is going for that certain Dark Pact. I think it will be hard to compete with him, so I will try not to buy these green cards. And all the destroyed cards go here to the graveyard. Exiled cards go here. So we now only have treasures left, so now we will go into the buy phase. As you can see, we have 1 silver here and 1 copper, and also a multiplier card that says ×2. And these multipliers are the engine of our deck. We can multiply a treasure like this, giving it, this will be 4 coins, multiplying this. We could also multiply this little learning card. Multiplying this would give us 2 gold, 2 actions, and 2 draws. And it also multiplies these curse points and insight points, these ones. It doubles all the numerals on the card. So say we would play it instead on this self-sacrifice. It would double the amount of gold we get, but it wouldn't destroy 2 cards because this destroy a card from your hand is in text. So only numerals on cards are doubled. And multipliers can also be stacked. If we have 2 × 2 like this will become 4 × 2, 8 silver. So 4 × 2 is 8. And also if this is a 3, it's 6 × 2, 12 silver. So this one goes back to our Grimoire. So here you can see how crazy this game can get. We play our multiplier with this silver, giving us 4 gold instead of 2. 5, 6, 7 gold. And now we can choose to buy something here in the supply. We have 2 Dark Pacts in play. And there's 2 kind of Dark Pacts, and both of them take 1 action to play. There is 7 keeper cards, like this Cursed Land. The Cursed Land says, put this in play. If you have at least 25 curse points in play, you win the game. Curse points, as I said before, are these red minus numbers. And remember, these can be multiplied, so going up to 25 is possible. There's also instant Dark Pacts, like this Great Potential card. It says, reveal your hand. If it has at least 19 cards in it, you win. And this is possible by multiplying these draw abilities here. And we can buy as many cards as we can, but we can only buy 1 card from our Grimoire. And this one acts as our personal shop that only we can buy from. I don't really want to buy a Dark Pact this early because I don't know how my deck will end up. We have some cards that will give us some extra actions, but buying one of these golds are really good early. So I will buy this gold, and when you buy a card, it goes directly into your hand, not to the discard pile as in most other deck builders. So this gold goes directly into our hand. And finally, we go into the cleanup step. We had 1 more gold, but nothing else we could buy for 1 gold. So in cleanup, we resolve any effects marked with a sun action, like sun icon, sorry, like this up here. This says that this card has something in the cleanup step that resolves. We move all our played cards to the discard pile here. And then we may discard any cards in hand. So if we had more unplayed cards, we could discard as many as we wanted. And then we draw up to 5 cards. So 1, 2. Then we have to reshuffle this discard pile to draw 2 more cards. Like that. Then we also replenish the supply here in the cleanup step. I'll put this over here. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now it's my arch nemesis Greg's turn. And Greg follow the bot behavior chart from top to bottom. And I will display this on the screen now. I know this looks intimidating, but it's actually pretty straightforward. Greg just wants to play as efficiently as possible following this chart. So after a few turns, you will get a hang of it. And I would encourage you to use the flow chart on this flow chart that I show now. That is on the back side of the solo rules. When you really want to understand how the bot works, you can reference the bot behavior summary on page 3 in the solo rulebook. But first, we check if the bot can win immediately with its current deck pact. So let's draw a hand of 5 cards here. So it doesn't have a deck pact, Dark Pact. It doesn't have a Dark Pact in play yet, so it can't do that. Then we see if Greg has cards that generate actions. And he has 2 cards here that generate actions. If he can generate 2 actions, he will. And he will even use multipliers to do that. So if we didn't have this personal library, he would play this a little learning, multiplying it by 2 to try to get 2 actions. But he will play this personal laboratory as a first card, giving him 2 more actions. When Greg has 2 actions, he will try to draw cards. And then he will play this personal library, drawing 2 cards to his hand. 1 more coin. And that card. Wisdom. And now when Greg has 1 action again, he will actually play something that gives him more actions using multiplier if he has any. So he will play this little learning with a multiplier, giving him 2 gold, 2 actions, and 2 draws. So he will draw the last card of his deck. And also reshuffling his discard pile into a new deck and drawing this card as well. Greg now only have 1 action again, so he has no way to getting 2 actions, so he plays this Banishing Spirit. And remember, I play this as a pyramid. The start one has 2 actions, then I symbolizing them by playing that, and this one only had 1 action, so I played over it like this. And remember, you can see the actions up here. So Banishing Spirit will give Greg 1 more action and 1 draw. He has already drawn his whole deck, so he will not draw anything more. He will then exile any number of cards from the supply. And he will exile all cards that is not on his bot by priority list. Now I'll display that up here so you can see. So he really wants to get this Hallow the Ground Dark Pact. It's not around. He really likes green cards, so he will save all green cards. If there's gold or multipliers, he will leave them and research. Let's see, these red cards, Banishing Spirit. No, he will remove this one. Going up. I'll place demons out of screen. Treasures go there. Generous Spirit. I will put them here because they're cards that reference how many spirits are exiled, for example. He will exile this. He will exile everything here. So 2 Dark Pacts going there. Like that. And he will refill, can put that there. Refill the supply. Oh, that's not good that this come out here. Oh, now he has hollowed the ground there as well. No. This is a really unlucky start here. Okay, let's see how much money he has. But he's not done yet. He has an action. So, following the chart, you can see that the Dark Pact fourfold path is above wisdom here. But remembering now, he multiplied this, so he has 2 actions, and he will play both of them. So I multiplied this. He will first play this Dark Pact. It says, put this in play. If you have at least 4 different insight cards in play, you win. And then in cleanup, you may keep this in play. And then we also play this wisdom card, doing nothing but giving him one of these insight cards. Now we go to Greg's buy step. If Greg would have any multipliers left, he would use it on the largest treasure. Greg doesn't have any, so he will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold, giving him exactly what he needs to buy Hollow the Ground, which is on top of his priority list. This one goes directly to his discard pile. And that was all 5 gold that he had. This is maximum unluck. If I haven't explained that, but whenever you buy Dark Pact, it doesn't go to your hand, it goes to your discard. All other cards goes to your hand or even to Greg's hand. So now Greg would discard all of these cards. We will replenish the supply and he will draw 5 new cards here. Sorry, also fourfold path, of course, is going to stay in game. Because it's a Dark Pact. It's a keeper Dark Pact. And then we draw up to 5 cards and we don't look at it. Just to put it like that. Now it's our turn. Let's see what we have. We have the gold that we knew about. We have a lot of coins. We don't have any draw mechanics, so this will be fast. We'll play this. Maybe we don't play that at all. Maybe we save this personal laboratory for next. I think that is the right play. So let's play Investigate. It will give us 1 coin. It exiles 1 Dark Pact or 1 or 2 other cards from the supply. So this is perfect for us. We can see that Greg's priority list, that he wants this card and this card really badly. So, and he also wants to buy Amulet of Protection here. But since both his win conditions are green cards, I will exile these 2 insights. While exiling cards, you always replenish the supply. But when buying cards, you don't replenish until the end in the cleanup step. Now we go to the buy phase. We have 3, 4, 5. We play these cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. That was a really cool card. 3 draws. But because it's a treasure, we will draw cards in our buy step, so we wouldn't be able to draw to play any cards, any actions, because when we go into, we can only play the treasures in our buy step. So when we go into the buy phase, we can't play any more actions. So it's interesting, but 6. I'm thinking about buying the multiplier. We have a new Dark Pact. Reveal your hand. If its treasure cards total at least 13 coins, you win. That's interesting. This Spirit Lord card is really strong in the late game, but it's 13 gold. Let's try it. I will buy this cursed treasure, see how it works. So this one goes directly to my hand with my personal library. I will discard these into my discard pile and then draw up to 3 cards. I can look at this now and plan, but I don't feel like doing so. Another green card. It's really bad. Now it's Greg's turn again. So let's see what he has. He will prioritize getting 2 actions. He now can't get 2 actions. So when he has 2 actions, he will actually prioritize drawing 2 cards. And now it's the same as before. He will multiply this one because he only had 1 action. He will try to get 2 actions again. So he will get 2 coins and 2 draws, 2 more actions as well. So he draws his whole deck again. This is not good. He will then play this Banishing Spirit again. So it's the same pattern as before. He will draw more cards, but he doesn't have any. Then he will exile a lot of cards. He will exile Visions, is not on his buy priority list. Amulet of Protection is. Research is also. Cursed Gold is going away. Spirit Lord is going away. And that's really sad because I really like this card. Haunting Spirit, he will discard. And Midas Touch. So these are 2 spirits that will go there. Like this. He then have 1 more action. Sorry. 2 more actions. I forget that this one also multiplies this by 2. So it has 2 actions. He will play Dark Pacts first. And Hallow the Ground says, put this in play. If you have at least 45 insight points in play, you win. So you need 45 of these. And in the beginning of Greg's turn, we always check if we can multiply his insight points, so he fulfilled this. This will be put here. And then he will play his wisdom card that does nothing for him. So we're going to, we of course replenish the supply when he exiled cards. It's not the buy step yet. Now we go into Greg's buy step. He has 3, 4, 5. Remember, this one is multiplied by 2. It's 5 coins. And awareness is highest on the buy list. So he will buy this to go to his hand. He then have 3 left. 3 coins left. He can't afford the Amulet of Protection. He can't afford Research. He will then go all the way down to his Grimoire Silver card. Because he will not buy the lucky coin. So he will buy this Grimoire Silver. And now, in the cleanup step, this one goes, he will stay here. These ones goes to the discard pile. Doesn't have any cleanup abilities. He will discard any unwanted cards here, but he will keep the highest cost treasure, and he will also keep the highest cost insight card. So he will keep these 2 cards. And then he will draw up to 5. And we will not see what he draws. Put these cards like this. And now it's back to us. Okay, let's see what we have in our hand. I think we'll just multiply a little learning, getting us 2 draws, 2 actions. We will draw 2 more cards. I don't know if this was a good buy or not. I've never played with it before. So 2 more. Then we draw a lot of gold there. And now we could save this personal laboratory. Destroy a card from your hand. I think I actually want to destroy one of these coppers. I will have to refill this, of course. There is some win conditions that contains different kind of treasures that would be hard to... Let's see what have gone already. Reveal your hand. If it's treasure cards total of at least 13 coins, you win. So the other one is still in play, and it's called Coins of the Past Realms. Because now I have 4 different treasures. I think we discard this, and if it comes up, we will buy it. Or will we? We have a Dark Pact here. Put this in play. If you have at least 15 different cards with no duplicates in play, you win. That sounds pretty hard. 15 with no duplicates. Maybe we should buy this. No duplicates. 15 cards. It's a good way. How many? If we go... We destroyed that copper. Yeah, let's do that. Now we go to the buy phase. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When playing this, we draw 3 cards. So remember, we can't play these actions. We can actually play this one. And one restriction I haven't told about is if you ever have cursed treasure, you can't buy these green insight cards. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Now we have 8 different. Maybe we should try to satisfy this. Why not? So diverse learning. Put this in play. If you have at least 15 different cards with no duplicates in play, you win. Let's try that. So we buy that. Dark Pacts always go to the discard. We replenish here. We only had 1 more gold, so we can't buy anything more. This one also goes, these go to a discard. We can discard any of these. I want to discard this Investigate. Then we draw up to 5 cards. Now we have a win condition. So 15 unique cards. So we'd have to not buy any duplicates here. These are next hand. So let's see what Greg does. Typically Greg to always get the 2 action card. Typically Greg. Okay. Put them like that. He will do 2 actions, as he always wants. He then have the possibility to draw here. So he will actually draw whenever he has 2 actions. He will draw. So, but he doesn't multiply the draw here. So you draw 1. Now he only has one action, so he will try to get 2 actions again. 2 actions. If he have a copper in hand, he would discard it with the awareness here. So now he has 2 actions. Then he will draw again. Draw 2 cards. And then he will do the Banishing Spirit. No, discarding everything. He wants the Amulet of Protection, then the Enlightenment. He will discard this. He likes Research. Guiding Spirits he doesn't like. He doesn't like the Demons. Doesn't like the Lucky Coin or the Cursed Silver. So put these into the Exile piles here. That's a Spirit. That's a Demon. These are treasures. Slide these. He refills the market. And he has a lot of cards that he wants now. See all these greens, the doubles, these 2 research. Let's see, he go into the... I wonder if he would actually have duplicated this. Yes. He only had 1 action, so he would want to go to 2 actions and draw 1 more card. That is how he would have done it. So 5, 6. He has 6. I think he will buy this awareness first. Going down to 4. He will then buy the Amulet of Protection. He will discard his deck. He will keep the highest treasure and also the highest insight. He will draw up to 5 cards. That's 3. Discard. Shuffle the discard. Draw 2 more. Put this on top here. Okay, let's see. Back to us. Let's see what we have. We have 2 actions. Only have 1 draw here. Let's start by drawing. That's unlucky. I will play this Investigate and exile 2 cards. And I think I need to exile these 2 so he doesn't get a hand of them, because he has really good cards already. So we get 2. I'll then go to my buy phase because I don't have any actions left. Play these 2. And this will give me 3 draws. 1, 2, 3. I didn't get any treasures, so I can't use this. This multiplier can only be used when playing the treasure card. So we have 4, 5, 6. And that's pretty good. Maybe we should play a multiplier or one of these research cards. He really wants this inheritance card. There are at least as many insight cards in Exile as players. Give 1 to each player to gain on their deck. So that's really good for him. We have this Dark Pact that costs 15. If you only have cards in play, no deck, discard, or hand, nor any stored cards, you win. And that's expensive, but I think I could make that work. I think I just buy one of these multipliers. And there's no hand limit, so I can have over 5 cards, but now I wouldn't draw anything if I don't discard down. So there's no stress on having this Dark Pact out, so I'll discard that down in the cleanup phase here. And I'll also discard this one, drawing 1, discarding in these, of course. Drawing 1 card, refilling here. And this is our hand for next turn. We can hopefully do some good stuff there. Okay, let's see what Greg does. So he will try to get 2 actions. He will play Awareness. May discard 1 card to draw a card. And he only discards coppers, so he will do that. Discard that to draw a multiplier. And now the only card he can play is Wisdom. Look, now he has 2 insight cards in play. If he has 4, he wins. So that's why I really want him to not get these. He will multiply his silver and also play this Amulet of Protection in his buy phase. So he has 6 to buy with. He doesn't have enough to buy this attunement card. Next on the priority list is buying one of these multipliers. So buy this. And then replenish. He had two left, but it doesn't have anything he can buy. So in the cleanup, you see there's a little symbol here. It says, leave this in play. At the start of your next turn, discard it. So this, well, while this is in play, ignore attacks. Remember, like inheritance here is kind of an attack. Like putting cards into his deck. So, but inheritance is good for him. There's also spirits that can be really good to clog up his deck, but now he will ignore all of them. So he drops up to 5 cards here. Now it's back to us. Let's see what we have. So 2 multipliers, 2 actions, 2 draws. Let's go 2 actions and then we do 4 draws here. So draw 1, shuffle here. Two, 3, 4. Should have multiplied this one as well, it seems. Let's thin our deck a little bit, but we want 15 cards. So maybe we should keep these 2 cards just to have different cards. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's keep them. We'll play this Dark Pact. We'll, in the buy phase, multiply 6, 7 to buy with. This Dark Pact is pretty cool as well. Pierce the Veil. It is +1 action, so you can always play it for free. If you have at least 20 unused actions, you win. So we could save it up here to get 2 kinds of win conditions. We have 7 exactly. I really like research as well, though. Let's buy this one as well. So now we have 2 win conditions. So now we can try to multiply our actions a lot to win. If we have at least 20, we can win. Okay, clean up. This one will stay in play. And the rest goes to our discard. Do we want to discard these 2? Yes, we want to. We will replenish this and draw up to 5. So 3. Let's see, there was someone, no. See what Greg does. Multiplier, coin, does 2 actions. And then he will draw. He now has 1 action, so he will do, so he has more than, I actually has 2 actions. He has 1 from that and there. So he will actually play a card that draws again. And now he has 2 actions, so he will continue drawing. Like this, with personal library. Draw 2 cards. He has 2 awareness. The insights has to be different, so that's good that he has 2 of these. He now have 1 more action, so he will actually not multiply because he can get 2 actions like this and then play this one as well, getting actions. He will only discard copper. Now he goes into his buy phase. He has 4, 5, 6, 7. So really close to getting attunement. I think he will buy this multiplier again. Yes, we'll buy the multiplier. It's highest on the priority list. He will discard all of this. At the start of his next turn, this would have been discarded as well. So I forgot that. That would have been when he reshuffled. So he draws up to 4. And remember, you can't look at his hand. Now it's back to us. Okay, we have some treasures. Can always play this. But this, remember, is an instant, so it won't stay. To fulfill that, we need a lot of multipliers, so that kind of not works really great with us buying a lot of different cards for the other one. So maybe it was not the greatest idea to get them both, but now we can, depending on what happens, if we don't get any multipliers, then this one is good to have. That one is good to have. So I think we start by drawing 1 card here. Oops. And then we get 2 more actions and draw. No, that was only 1. 2 more actions. Draw 2. 1, 2. Multiplier. Destroy 1 card in your hand. We don't want to destroy anything here. Let's play this one. We will go into the buying phase. Ooh, we could draw 6 cards here. We have 4, let's do that. We multiply this one. So we draw, and we play this as well. Oh, we can actually wait by playing that one. We're in the buying phase here. I did that because I can multiply other treasures that I draw. So now we multiply this. So we're up to 4, 10, 12, 13, 14 to buy. So are we going for this or that? I think we will go for the multiplier. 3 times multipliers are really great. So I take this to my hand. I have 4 left to buy with. We could buy this Guiding Spirit, but we also have never bought a card from our Grimoire, so I want to explain how it works. You can only buy 1 card from a Grimoire once every... Sorry for the glare on this card here. This inscription card is really great. It says there's 1 action, 1 gold, and 1 draw, but it says you may shift a card from your supply to your Grimoire and then replenish the supply. So you can save cards to buy later, which is really good. So I'll buy this one as well. Then we're up to 14. Then we discard those. We want to discard these 2 as well. Can save these ones, replenish here. Then we draw up to 5. Now it's Greg. Okay, now nothing will happen here. He will play 2 actions, discard copper. Yeah, he will actually draw a card. Let's see what happens. Okay, it will continue. Now he has 2 actions, so he won't multiply this. He will actually use it to draw more cards. So draw 1. And then he will play Wisdom. And now he will multiply his largest treasure in the buy phase. So 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. Like this. This is 4, 8, 9 to buy with. He will buy Attunement, getting it to his hand. This one is discarded. He will draw up to 5. Remember, always keeping 1 insight in his hand. The highest one. Replenish there. Back to us. Okay. We need multipliers. We also really need him not to get that. Thinking about three times multiplying inscription here to draw 3 cards and have 3 actions. It can be really, if we don't draw any more drawing possibilities, it can be really bad. Or we could just multiply this a lot. Yeah, that's pretty good as well. Let's do that. Let's just draw 1 card, see what happens. Destroy 1 card from your hand. Yes, we should actually do that. We want to destroy this cursed copper. And now we can't play any more cards. We keep this until next turn. We will 3 times multiply this cursed brazen head, giving us 6 gold, and we draw 9 cards. So we'll be able to use all our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All our cards are drawn. We can use all our treasures here. Wait, we should multiply that. Let's multiply it. Like that. That's 12. Plus 6, 18, 22. Whoa. Should we buy this? I am going out on too many different paths here, but look at our hand now. We can really, if you have only cards in play, we have a lot of cards in hand here. That's true. Maybe that is hard. Let's skip that. We'll buy anything that gives us 2 actions because of this card here. Pierce the Veil. And maybe all the multipliers we can get. 22. Let's buy both multipliers for 12. So we have these ones in hand here. 12, we have 10 left. So let's buy both of these that gives us 2 actions. We're now at, we have 2 left to buy with, so we'll stop there. We will discard all our played cards. Let's see, what do we need to fulfill this? If we have 2 actions, if we get 3 times 2, that's 6. Times 2, that's 12. Times 2 again, 24. Then we will fulfill this. So, how many did I have here? I bought 2. So, these ones were in the discard. Okay. So do we want to discard any cards here? We want to discard this one. Or actually, doesn't matter much. We need draws. We have actions. We need draws. I think we maybe win next turn if we're lucky. Let's keep this hand. We will not draw anything. The discard will stay like that. We replenish. Let's see here what the bot does. He will always start with gaining actions. Then he will draw if you have 2 actions. So draw 2. A little bit scared because he has 4. I think he has 4 different now. You know, I'll now only have 1 action, so we'll try to get 2 actions. So he plays awareness, and now he will draw. So he plays that, draws 1 card, a multiplier. Then he will play this insight card, and he will actually use the multiplier if he needs it for a card that he wants. So he wants awakening. He can get awakening by may gain a card costing up to 5, so he can get awakening for free. So I think he will just play this as it is. That will get awakening to his hand. He will draw these cards. Still have this. He draws 3 cards and discard 1 card. So now I don't want to check if he has another one of these green. If he gets one of these greens into play, he wins. So this is really tight. He draws 3. 1, 2, 3. Pew. But he's not done yet. Yes, he is, because there's no more. He can play no more actions. He will discard a copper according to his discard priority list that I can show on the screen now. Other is cards that we put into his deck on the top. So now he will multiply 4 times 2, that is 8, 10. But this is still in his hand. To replenish this one because it was gained, not bought. So he has 10 to buy with. Research is his top. He will buy 2 research here. One of them was this one will stay, keeping him safe from my attacks. He will actually not keep little learning. He will keep the research though. Then draw up to 5. Let's hope we can finish this now. Otherwise, I think we are pretty close to losing. Okay, we have multipliers. We want to have 20 actions without losing too much. Multipliers with the drawing here. This generous spirit is really good. It's give us 2 actions, choose 1, draw 2 cards, rivals draw 1, or we can destroy up to 2 cards in hand, rivals may destroy 1, and retrieve up to 2 cards, rival will retrieve 1. Retrieving is taking cards from your discard pile. So if I did that, I could retrieve the cards that I need from here. 4 of them. Let's try that. We multiply this. I have 2 actions. I will retrieve 4 cards. The rival may retrieve 2. So I will retrieve these 4 from my discard. And I think that is what I need. That's a 3 multiplier. And he will retrieve cards to his equal to his buy priority list. So attunement is high. He will retrieve 2 here. Attunement. I think after that is awareness or awakening. I think it's awareness is actually before. So he'll retrieve these 2 cards to his hand. So he would win now if we won't win. But now I will play this. If you have at least 20 unused actions, you win. Then I will play this with all my multipliers here. So we have 6, 12, 24 times 2 actions, which is a lot. What is that? 48 actions. And we won in the last possible hour because if you see here in his hand, he has 4 different insights. No, awareness is the same. So it was not as close as I thought. We were good at removing the green cards from the supply. And there you have it. That was a full solo playthrough of Dark Pact. You can adjust the challenge if you find the bot is becoming too easy or too difficult to beat. To make it easier, we don't count the bot's wisdom card. This one. Towards its win condition. And if we want a real challenge, we can start with the bot with really powerful cards like the Talisman, or if he can even start with this Hallow the Ground already in his deck. And this forces us to move much faster to fulfill our own pact. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.